Cool. What's up, y'all? What's up? I hope everybody's having a good one, man. Good morning. Good morning. Number one, we're gonna be talking about today. Whether you're watching this later or you're watching this now, we're talking about stop being the plug and be the be the plug. Don't be be the connect. Don't be the plug. You feel me? I'm about to wash these dishes so I can get to work. But I think it's important, right? The reason why I wanted to bring this to you guys, I gotta call some of y'all out now. I gotta call some of y'all out. And the reason I gotta call, watch out, smoke. The reason I gotta call y'all out is because a lot of y'all, man, I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of y'all are so focused on buying old clothes to try and resell, buying old stuff, being thrifters, that you forget that you have the ability to literally make money yourself. You don't need to rely on pawn shops, consignment shops. Now that's an option. It is an option, obviously. And yes, right now I'm washing my hands with gloves. I mean, I'm washing dishes with gloves because I don't like washing dishes in general. But yeah. Now, when it comes to being a wholesaler, right? One thing I realized is I come across a lot of other wholesalers, and they're not really wholesalers. They're not really people that are necessarily getting products from overseas or getting products from manufacturers. They're more so people that are getting products from other people and then trying to act like they are the connect. Prime example, Gabe, can you take that from me, please? Prime example, right? I have a phone buyer come to my store and he says, "Hey, I can buy phones from you wholesale, but you just gotta let me know." I'm like, "Oh, so you are overseas buyer?" He's like, "No, I'm not an overseas buyer, but I have friends that are in Nigeria and they're overseas." Hustle, come here. Take it. Come here, Hustle. Relax, okay? Thank you. Go ahead. Go. But anyway, you got people that are overseas buyers acting, people that are in the States acting like they have connections, right? So boom. I'm like, okay, so you're a wholesale buyer. He's like, yeah. He was like, whatever phones you get in the store, just let me know. And what I'll do is I'll come back with cash and buy them. So I was like, okay. Now I'm telling all my employees, I'm telling everybody, this is a prime example of somebody that is the plug but not the connect, right? Now, being a plug, let's define that. Being a plug is when you're plugged into something, right? So maybe you got a product glass plug, right? But that product glove, Hustle, get a cage. Cage. What are you doing? Cage. All right, perfect. Sit. Put him in the cage. All right. But being a plug, right, is when you got to connect to something. And this person was like, yeah, I have this wholesale buyer overseas, and he's going to send me the money and wire. Long story short, I said, yo, I got 30 phones right now. How much can you pay me right now? He's like, it's going to take a couple days, but I can get you, I forget what the number was. It was like 15. And mind you, my wholesale buyers and me personally, I'm going to get already around 17 and a half. But I wanted to see if he was another connect, because I'm always interested in learning how to connect with more people. But long story short is I ended up having to call him out and saying, yo, bro, like, don't do that. Don't walk up into anybody's store and say that you are a plug, or say you're a connect. Sorry, I keep getting it mixed up. Saying you're a connect when you're a plug. And he got upset. He got upset, and he thought I was trying to disrespect him. But it's not me trying to disrespect you, but you lose business connections like that, because I could have put you on my buyer's price list and I could have helped you make some money. But instead you ain't want to be upfront. And my issue with a lot of people that I work with, or a lot of people I talk to on a daily basis, is we got people that sell clothes, right? And I'm sure somebody that sells clothes is going to watch this. Somebody that sells product glasses is going to watch this. Somebody that sells replicas is going to watch this. And I got to tell you, you're not going to ever make it if you keep selling those things and only solely relying on those things. Because if you keep selling replicas, which are fake things that are supposed to look and honestly they're deceiving, right? If you keep selling those type of things, you're going to do nothing but harm your brand, right? And I understand people say money is the root of evil. It's not. People are. And what people do is they get so desperate to make money that they'll sit there and sell any type of product. And I think when you sell any type of product, to me, I start to judge you. I start to look at you like you just a desperate person that I could never work with. Because like, it takes a real hustler to know, okay, yeah, I gotta supply the demand, but I'm not gonna supply the demand and fill up the industry with bullshit, right? So like, I'm not gonna, prime example, I have a YouTube channel and I have a ecosystem where I sell products, right? At wesply.com. I sell products wholesale. And I only put replicas on my website for Black Friday. That's all. Other than that, they're gonna come right back down. But I've had people all year asking me, hey, can you list replicas? How can I buy the replicas? The reason I don't sell replicas all the time, and instead I sell clones, things that look like it but don't have the Apple logo, because I don't want to hurt my reputation. I don't want to hurt my brand. I don't want to act like I am the connect to Apple when I'm not. I can easily do that though. Like, I can easily go ahead, use my money, go to Alibaba, go to AliExpress, and I can easily just go and get products that have Apple logos on them. And then I can sell them for 2 times that amount I sell clones for. Now, I wouldn't even have to tell nobody that watches me that they're fake. And they would just buy it, and they'd be like, oh, he the plug. When really I'm like, no, I'm the connect. When technically, all I'm doing is hurting my brand, because you're going to get chargebacks. You're going to get people that's going to say, oh, this is fake. And then when they say it's fake, guess who it comes back on? Me. So I'd rather be honest and upfront with customers and business partners and let them know, like, yo, I'm not up there yet, right? Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I have a guy that I recently worked with, and what he does is he buys clothes. He's a thrifter, right? Now, what's the difference between a thrifter, in my opinion, and a reseller? Because I step on everybody's toes. People don't like me in the reselling community, I don't think, because I go outside the box. You feel me? Like, I call it how it is. If you're somebody acting like you're a business owner and all you do is go to pawn shops and go to Target and Walmart and look in the clearance aisle and say, oh my God, I'm a reseller. Cool. But don't try to sit there and say, oh, I scaled my reselling business to $1 million in this year or 6 months. I saw a guy say he made $700,000 today. I was watching this video. He made $700,000 not this month, but I guess he made it throughout the year going to pawn shops. And yes, people are going to indulge in that content. People are going to watch it. People are going to listen to his advice because he has some interesting advice. But it's like, you're not necessarily ever going to be able to make the money a lot of people are acting like they're making, doing the bull crap that they're saying that they're doing, because it's not really what they're doing. Most of the people that are online acting like they are the connect are ordering off of DHgate. The people that say I got vendor lists and I got product lists and they're selling lists online, when you get the list, correct me if I'm wrong, when you get the list, whoever has brought a product list with links that go to different like vendors, the vendors be bullshit. They do. The vendors be bullshit. And the reason they be bullshit is because you have somebody acting like they're a plug. I'm going to tell you something. Me, I don't ever give my source away. Everybody asks me, I'll be on calls. People pay me $75 to get on a call for 30 minutes. And they're asking me, hey, who's your vendor? I don't ever disclose my vendors. I don't ever disclose where I get my products, because I don't get my products anywhere where anybody is accessible or can get it, or anybody can reach the people that I get it from. Why? Because if I did get my products from where you can get my products from, I become less valuable. It doesn't make any sense. If my store has a certain amount of products, right? These products are unique to my store, and then the store down the street from me gets the same products, then what happens to me? I lose leverage because now we have the same exact type of products that are being sold. You feel me? So, Gabe, up with Paris, please. Go up there with Paris. Thank you. I get it to where there is no true competition because we're selling the same thing. We're selling the same exact thing. It's nothing different. And that's why it's important for you to find your own wholesalers. Now, how do you do that? You do that by actually getting in circles with people that are reselling. I didn't find my supplier by going on the internet. I didn't find my supplier or my suppliers or the people that I have that come to my warehouse. Or I just dropped a video last night on YouTube on Hustler Taught Me of me going to a warehouse where Walmart gets their toys from and stuff like that. Like, I didn't get that from the internet. Like, I didn't get that from YouTube. I didn't get that from just browsing the internet. Because if you look up wholesaling websites, you'll see like they make you buy a certain quantity. They're real secretive about the price. You go on wesply.com, it's more so we tell you the price. We don't make you have to have a reseller's permit or reseller's license. You don't need to have your articles of incorporation. You don't even need to have your EIN, right? And that's on purpose because I remember me starting out and me not knowing where the hell to get the products. The way I got my products was actually by connecting with people, by actually talking to people. And yeah, I had to either pay money or I had to actually sit there and spend time working under somebody, making them money. People don't give away their sources without you giving away some type of value, I'll say, right? And at the time, I was upset working at Sprint, not even working at Sprint, working under the table at Sprint. He wouldn't even hire me. There was a Jewish guy that would not hire me in his store. I asked him to help me flip phones. He didn't want to help me do that. I asked him to help me with a whole bunch of stuff. And it was more so, hey, if I help you, you got to help me. And this Jewish guy taught me so much because I love the Jewish community because of this. He taught me that I am willing to help you if you help me. And my kind, right, like the people I grew up around, it wasn't like that. It was more so like, yeah, bro, I'll put you on a plug, and then they'll try to charge me or upcharge me, or they'll say, hey, yeah, I got this plug, but order through me. Or, oh, I am the plug. Bro, you're not the plug, because if I order a large quantity of something, you won't be able to fulfill it. You gotta whisper down the lane, and you gotta try and get this next person to this other person to give the okay, but you're trying to act like you're somebody I can rely on. And I come across a lot of people doing this because they feel like that's how they're gonna make their money. And they're gonna make their money by faking it until they make it. And again, some people, I mean, I see it on YouTube all the time, especially with these reps, with these replicas. I don't really see it a lot with products, but I see it with Amazon a lot. A lot of people, they'll fake it till they make it. Drop shipping is one of the biggest fake it till you make it businesses out there. Drop shipping is one of the biggest ones because drop shipping doesn't exist the way that they try and portray it to exist, right? Like, you're not going to get rich off of drop shipping. You got people in Discords buying memberships and mentorships from somebody that they'll never be able to emulate and duplicate. Because drop shipping is not something that's lucrative in the long run. It's a model of, hey, buy this software or buy this extension for your browser. It will tell you what TikTok products are trending. It will tell you what products to buy, and all you got to do is create a website, and then boom, yay, you just make some content and people just buy it. Bro, like, if it was that simple and if it was that easy, guess what? Everybody would do it. When I did it, it worked for a second until I started getting chargebacks rolled out. But that was fun. I'm like, all right, whatever, chargebacks, cool. I'm just not gonna pay it, right? Boom, they take the money out of my account. At this time, I'm like 19 years old, so I'm like, wow, like they can just take the money out of my account? Absolutely. And those are like lessons that I think a lot of people, they don't learn if they're told it. They only learn it when they go through it. And you should never have to go through taking that type of loss. You know what I mean? And again, it all stems from you trying to act like, oh, I'm the plug, I'm the connect when you're just a plug. If you're a drop shipper, why the hell would you want to drop ship products you don't own? Why would you want to drop ship products that you've never touched? Why would you want to do that? And then you might say, oh, because I want to make bread. Listen, money isn't valuable. The real value, well, let me not say that. Money is not as valuable as you. The real value is you because you spend the money. You choose what that value from money is worth or what it's used towards, right? So if you let money control you and you start doing a whole bunch of stuff that's against your morals or that's just not even long term, it's something short term, you're never going to make it to where you can scale a business. And a lot of people are like that. A lot of people, they go on YouTube, they go on TikTok, they listen to all these people talking about, hey, I sell digital products. Bro, most of these people that sell digital products is bullshit too. That's just what it is. Most of them are bullshit. Because, see, here's the thing. When you are emulating something that people can easily duplicate, it loses value instantly. The only reason why I got value, the only reason why I make money that I make is because people cannot get the products I have by themselves. That's it. If it was to the point to where they could do what I do by themselves, it would be a wreck. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story, right? When I first had my first phone store, I ended up losing it because I didn't know how to do business. I didn't price my products right. I was selling a whole bunch of products, and then I would take the money at the end of the day, put it in my checkings account, and then I would take my girl out to eat, or I would go on a trip to Florida, or I would just start traveling places and doing dumb shit, right? When I created my second store, I was like, you know what? This second store, I'm gonna repair phones too. So what I did was, I was like, all right, bet. I found a person that provided me screens for cheap, right? The person was sourced in like Vietnam, and I knew his brother from a crab spot in Philly. Like, his brother owned a crab shop. So he basically connected us. So boom, I get these screens extra cheap. In my head, I'm like, yo, everybody in Philly right now is fixing phones. You got people fixing phones that will drive to you. You got stores that'll fix your phone, unlock your phone. So I'm like, what would make me different? Because I always knew that when somebody can replicate or duplicate what I'm doing, I don't really have true value. Everybody out there drop shipping. Anybody can replicate it. Anybody out there thrifting. You're looking for products that are cheap just to resell on Facebook or eBay. You're selling clothes that you get out the thrift store and you're selling them on eBay and thinking you're going to get rich. No, you're not. You're just going to barely make it. You're going to keep doing the work over and over again, but you're never going to get to the point to where you can be financially free that way, right? Because somebody else can do it. So what I said to myself was, how the hell can I make this? Because my main goal was to make the repair income pay the rent for the store. So it's like, how can I do that? So what I ended up doing was, I said, all right, I got a connect. Mind you, I was the plug. I wasn't the connect because I didn't have that at my disposal, and I had to pay somebody, basically. I had to pay the guy at the crab shop to make sure that I was getting his screens cheap, right? Boom. Long story short, my plan was, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the cheapest prices in Philly. Mind you, this business model doesn't work for everybody. It's not always good to have the cheapest price. I learned that down the line. But at this point, I'm like, I don't have nobody coming to me. So I was like, I'm gonna have the cheapest price. Back when there was the iPhone 6, iPhone 7, I was fixing them for $30, right? And you might be like, damn, $30. Yeah, the screen cost me like, I think it was $7 to $12. So I would fix phones for $30. I would do it myself because I couldn't afford to pay nobody, right? With that profit margin. So boom, as I'm going, fixing these phones, I start to realize not only am I making a little something, but more people are coming to me. The girl that I just fixed her phone, she then calls her girlfriend. She like, oh, yeah, it's this boy here on Fifth Street, and he fixed phones for this price. Pull up to him. Don't pull up to that other location. So then what happened was I started getting word of mouth, and then when I got word of mouth, it started to really make sense that, oh, so I don't have to have the highest price product in the beginning, because word to mouth is sort of kind of like paid advertisement at this point. People are going to literally talk about me because they're like, yo, this price is freaking crazy. Like, his price is ridiculously cheap. And he does the same exact work as the people that are, taxing. So I messed up the whole repairing ecosystem at that point, to the point to where other wireless stores had to lower their price. And when they had to lower their price, they're losing money now. Because remember, they're not getting the screens for as cheap as I am getting them. So what did I do? The hustler that I am, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to these stores and I'm going to shake their hand and I'm going to let them know who I am. So I went to the stores. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? My name is Brandon. I own this store right here. You fix phones? Like, yeah. All right, cool. What's your prices, bro? I ain't showing you my prices, we politicking. So I'm like, all right. Well, listen, if you need screens for extra cheap, bro, so that you can actually be able to, because again, their profit margins weren't the same as mine. To be able to make a higher profit margin, I got screens. So now I was like, here's a pamphlet, and I would put all of, like, a price list of the screens on a piece of paper. I'm like, here, just hit my jack. Call me. So they wouldn't call me at first. And then as months continued to go, they started to realize, damn, like, we getting hit upside the head because phone stores suck. Like, I would never recommend anybody getting a phone store. That's the quickest way to be broke. Because phone stores, if you guys have them in your area, which I'm sure you do, you'll realize phone stores are not profitable unless you have something different. Online stores, Mercari's, eBay's are not profitable to the point to where you'll be able to make a consistent income that you won't have to work unless it is being positioned as unique. Okay? Boom. They end up calling me. I end up providing screens to everybody, from the guy from the damn crab shop. Right? Boom. As time goes, though, my dumb behind would go and be big-headed and try to hire repairmen, and I would end up basically supplementing the money I was making, paying people, and it got ultra competitive. And I ended up getting beat out by prices because I made bad business decisions. I sat there and I believed that my price was the best until people caught on. And people were able to get other people to source them screens. And then I was out. You feel me? But that's, again, where a prime story where I'm thinking I'm the plug. I'm thinking I'm the, I know I'm the plug, but I got to connect. But I'm going to other people thinking, hey, yo, I'm the connect. Knowing I'm not the connect. Knowing I'm not the person at the crab shop that actually has the connection. I'm just somebody utilizing his connection. Years later, I get beat out because I get so content with the prices that I'm getting, while the other people that were buying screens from me were looking for better people. And that's why, like, business is a consistent. It's always moving. It's always moving. Like, my work ethic is not even where I want it to be right now. I want to have a work ethic that is unmatched, but it's kind of hard because you can't be everywhere at once, right? So it's interesting, right? Like, why you think I'm on live right now cleaning dishes? Because after this, I gotta work. I gotta go out and get this bread. Like, but again, stop. But I want everybody watching now or even later. I want you to realize this. I'm not telling you your hustle ain't gonna work. Well, no, I am. I'm telling you that. If you're somebody that is, reselling by just getting products from thrift stores and stuff, you might as well just keep doing it, but understand that you still gonna have to take time off to figure something else out. I'll say, right? Because reselling in that manner where you're depending on a sale, that should only be seasonal. I'm going to do a live teaching you how to drop ship from Walmart and Target so that you don't ever have to pay for any product during Christmas. But I would never do that live in September. I would never do that live in January. I would never do that live in March, because I would never drop ship in the beginning of the year. The only time I would drop ship if I was trying to sell trees, Christmas lights, Halloween stuff. Like for holidays, that's when you want to drop ship. But you never want to drop ship just in general. Because what happens is if you start drop shipping and thinking that you're going to have a drop shipping store and you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to have a TikTok shop and I'm going to have like massage guns. Oh my God. And I don't ever have to spend anything. What happens is, one, sometimes they're going to go out of stock. You're not going to know. They're going to promise you that the little extension that you download is going to notify you. But if you're getting multiple orders, it's not going to work. Second, you're relying on somebody you don't even know, right? Like you're the middleman, but the face of a product, and you don't even know the distributor. You don't even know if the factory is reliable. And if you have 100 orders a day, how are they, or if are they, matter of fact, are they going to be able to supply that? You don't know, right? So what you think of when it comes to like drop shipping is, hey, I don't have to do the work. I don't have to have the product. Literally all I do is just make money off the top. That's like what you would think. That's bullshit. What happens is you make money if you're doing it right. You pay for TikTok promotions. You pay for Facebook ads. You pay for all of that with your bread, because that's what the dropshipping mentor or teacher tells you to do. You then start getting some traffic. You get the traffic. You get the sales. Some of those sales will stick. Some won't. The problem is, how many dropshippers, if you ever watch dropshippers on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or whatever other platform, how many dropshippers show you their website? Not a lot. Why? Because what happens is most of the websites gets taken down. Most of the websites end up failing because of chargebacks. What they do is they'll have a website, they'll drop ship for a while, they'll make a little bit of bread. They'll probably make, let's say, 1K, right? You make 1K. They'll sit there, close the store down before anybody can do a chargeback. And then when they close that store down, they reap the benefits, supposedly, if they change their bank accounts or whatever. Like, and I know this because I have a friend that used to be a drop shipper. And I used to be able to see, before I even got on YouTube, how it works, right? And it's an interesting game. Like, again, that shit don't work. Digital products. Most people that I see selling digital products are broke. They be capping. That's just what it is. They be capping. Not a lot of them, I see it being lucrative, because the digital product space, right? I think consumers start to realize they're like, okay, if I buy this guide or I buy this ebook, 9 times out of 10, the ebook is written by ChatGPT, right? Like, what are you buying? Like, what is the connection? What is the connection to a digital product? And what I mean by that is, if I was somebody trying to consume content to learn, I would need that content to be something to where I can then connect to somebody that can connect me to the next step. But if I buy a course, let's say phone flipping, prime example, because I don't have a phone flipping course really right now. I have one, but it's a live one. It's one where you pay, and then like every week we actually have like a live. But like I don't have a course where it's like, just watch these videos. Reason is, I used to. Made a lot of money with it and I didn't have to do anything. And it was cool. But then when I started to reach back out to people, and I started being like, yo, hey, I know you took the course back in whoop-de-whoop. Did you like succeed? Oh no, I don't drop shipping. I mean, I don't phone flip anymore. Like, why don't you phone flip anymore? It just wasn't panning out or working out for me. That hurt me because I'm like, yo, so my course ain't do much for you. So then I started talking to him like, yo, so why do you think that? Like, I'm that type of person where if I got like a service or something, I want to know exactly what you experienced from it because I want to be able to, I want to be able to like resonate with you and talk to you and feel you. No Diddy or anything like that. But I want to be able to understand like what you need because see, I think as a consumer trying to like learn, you can watch my phone flipping course. I can talk really well. I can explain really well. But how dope would it be if you talk to me and maybe I know somebody in Atlanta and you're in Atlanta and I'm like, yo, I got my guy in Atlanta. He actually phone flipped with me. He actually started a repair store on blank blank street. Pull up with him and he'll teach you how to repair phones. This is a true story that happened. And then the person was like, oh, all right, bet. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw him some bread and he's going to teach you how to repair phones. This is what I need you to do. I need you to record you repairing the phones so I can put that into a course. So I'm going to pay you to literally learn. That happened. But like you don't get those type of connections when you're buying just a course. You don't get that connection when you're buying something to watch. Because when you're buying something to watch, you're literally putting yourself in a box. And remember what I said in the beginning. If anybody can replicate it and duplicate it, and it's not just you learning something unique, it's not going to last for you. Because it has to be in your way. Everybody has a different way of learning and a different way of improving and expanding and implementing. And if you're not somebody out there that's doing shit your way, then you're never going like because I ain't do shit my way. When I first had my first store or when I first started to flip phones, I was following people. I was trying to act like others. And yeah, it worked to a certain extent, but it was always a ceiling. Like it never got to the point to where I was like, yeah, like it's my shit. You feel me? It was never like that. And it wasn't like that because I didn't own it. I didn't put that shit in my language for people to understand me. But then when I started to do that, it was pretty cool. Like I started to grow. And I'm barely where I want to be, but it's like again, stop investing your time into things that people promise you just like they promise the next person. Because they can say to plug, they can say to connect, they can say, I can do this for you. The saying of, hey, if they are this good at X, so if Brandon is this good at reselling, why is he teaching you? I heard that from Grant Cardone, I think, or somebody. It might be Mark Cuban, but I heard that from somebody. It was like, yeah, like you got all of these content creators saying that they can teach you how to do this and do that, but best believe if they were really profitable and really good at it, they wouldn't be teaching you. 100% true. I think if you're making money doing something, why would you stop what you're doing to teach people how to do it, to create competition? That's a true ass statement. Like, think about it. Why the freak, I'm trying to stop cussing, why would somebody teach you how to do the same exact thing they said that they becoming a multi-millionaire or maybe making 5 figures a month doing? Why? Let me explain. Because it's bullshit. That's why. But let me tell you something. Me, prime example, because when he said that, I had to analyze myself. I'm like, oh, wait there, buddy. You know, like, is that a true statement? Like, how do I feel about it, right? So I think it's true. And me, I teach people how to do things I've done. But like, I think of life as being on like in a building. Everybody has different levels. And I think Me, prime example, phone store wise. I'm about to close my stores because there's nothing for me to gain from them anymore. I'd rather somebody pay me for them and then pay me every month, and they take like a franchise. I'd rather do something like that. Why do you think T-Mobile, AT&T, they all have third-party stores? Like, you'll go to a AT&T and it might be another company, right? That's in the AT. Because what happens is when you start to like expand and grow, you only can grow but so much. But so much. Eventually, you start to say, you know what? I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And like that's where I think I am. But be careful about the content and the people that you consume, because when you hear, hey, I just made $1 billion last month, right? Think to yourself, okay, this person made this money and they're telling me they can help me. How? How are they teaching me foundation, or are they teaching me step by step? If they're teaching me step by step, I know it's not going to work. Because if you're telling me do this, do this, do this, you're telling that to the next person that lives 5 houses down from me. So you're trying to make me feel like I'm the connect when I'm really just a plug. And the plugs, see, only but so many plugs can go into an outlet. Only but so many plugs can go into an outlet. So I could teach you how to phone flip and say, yo, phone flip, you say this is the script. Yo, they fuck me up with the phone flipping, bro. Like when people be, and it be the same people. People be on TikTok. People be on Instagram, YouTube. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? So I just helped Susie make $2,000 last week phone flipping. So I'm going to show you guys my step-to-step guide on how to create Facebook ads. And then you look at it and you just think to yourself like, all right, you teach me step by step how to do Facebook ads. But what the fuck happens to the other people in a 10-mile radius that watch the same motherfucker or take the same motherfucking course? If they learn, then they do the same steps. I do the same steps. We promote to the same people. Who gets prioritized? Who wins? Who gets the reward? I'm gonna tell you, the motherfucker that sold you. That's who gets the reward, not you. They give you some old shit. They give you the old shit, hoping that you just buy it. And that's where it's like, oh, and I used to do it. That's why I know about it, because I had to analyze it. I'm like, all right, you feel me? Because I get paid off of testimonials. When you successful, that's where I think you should, like in my position, it should be how many people can you help elevate? Not how many people can you teach? That's stupid. Why the fuck would I want to teach people how to do the same shit? Then I have all these people working against each other. And guess who comes up losing? Me. Because then I look like a nut. Oh yeah, his thing didn't work. Hustlers Academy didn't work. Like, no, like it's all about understanding to do shit your way and just have a foundation. Once you got that foundation, you straight. And that's the secret. That's the secret. That's why a lot of people are buying a lot of digital stuff, like, and you're indulging in digital products, and you're trying every single thing you can to make the bread, but you like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not making no money. You like, damn, like I wake up and I'm in the same fucking spot. Fuck. Yeah, because you sitting here trying to replicate what I'm doing. You not me, and I'm not you. And that has no disrespect to you, but you do you. You just need to say, okay, so this worked for him, that worked for him. All right, what can I take from that? Oh, all right, he failed from doing this. I'm going to avoid that. But I'm going to make sure I do this. That's how you do the success. But then it's like another step to it where people think, oh, well, I'm going to just work my ass off. Like, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get this overtime. I'm going to go ahead and invest in this and that. Bro, you invest in something that doesn't make you a return, it still makes you broke. You invest in a course broke behavior. You invest in a PDF or whatever, your guide, an ebook, broke behavior. You invest in products, wealthy behavior. You invest in an asset, that's a mentorship, that's what, like all of that stuff where you got to actually challenge people to actually provide you something, that's wealth. Because if I have a product, right, and I have this, and this right here makes me money, that's where no matter how much I spent in the beginning, I'm going to be able to recoup my investment no matter what. If I have this bowl and I'm selling bowls for a living, right? I'm selling bowls for a living, and let's just say I kick out, $5 for this bowl, but I'm scared as shit. I'm always going to be scared. Whenever I make an investment, I'm always scared. No matter the investment, I'm scared. Because I don't know if I'm going to make the money back. That's always, until even today. I'm scared no matter what. It's like butterflies in your stomach, right? So boom, you make that investment. Now you got this thing. And this thing's supposed to make you money. But you don't know if it is actually going to make you money. Here's the beautiful thing about investing in stuff like this. An asset, something you can touch, something you can drop, something that you can lose. The reason why you need something physical is because no matter what, let's say this is my inventory and I don't sell it this month because I'm just selling on eBay. eBay, nobody wants this shit, okay? Nobody wants this. Okay, perfect. Since nobody wants it, now I'm going to go to Mercari. Nobody wants it on Mercari, okay? Nobody wants it on Mercari. Dang, like I got it on eBay and I got it on Mercari now. So now I go to Facebook. So boom. Now I'm like, all right, Facebook, let's go ahead and sell this, guys. Now, Facebook, I get 1 or 2 hits. I sell like 2 of them, but I don't sell them all. So now I'm sitting on bread that I sat there and spent, and I feel like a dummy, right? Boom. That's where people stop. That's where people give up. And that's why people broke. Because you shouldn't give up after that. What you should do is you should say, all right, bet. So maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm listing it wrong. Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe I should have got another product. It's too late now, right? So now you think to yourself, all right, since I know that this is not selling on Mercari, eBay, and Facebook the way I want, I'm going to go ahead and rent out a spot at a flea market. Or I'm going to go and rent out a spot at a pop-up shop in the mall. Or I'm going to look on Facebook to see if there's any type of pop-up shops going on, right? Boom. Now you're like, all right, I'm about to be customer facing. So now I'm finna go and I'm about to sit my bowl in front of a customer's fucking face. Now, why is that important? Because now when you sit this in front of a customer's face, now they may not buy it still. But you can ask them face to face, hey, can I ask you something? What about this bowl do you not like? That's the most powerful thing you can do. Because then when you start talking and you say, hey, what about this bowl do you not like? Then they start giving you feedback. And then they start saying, well, I don't like the shape. Or I don't like the color. Or I just don't need it. You don't need it? No, I don't need it. Interesting. What do you need? Oh, man, listen, if you can get a bowl that doesn't spill because of da-da-da-da, if you could do this, if you could do that, that's how you build. Now, that money you spent in this bowl, while you didn't make it back immediately, it still made you more money because you were able to learn from it. You were able to learn from the failure. That's why, but you can't do that with a course. You can't do that with a PDF or something that is telling you how to do it. You got to actually have the physical product to be like, you know what? With this physical product, whether I sell it today or I sell it next year, it's going to bring me something. So am I going to invest in this product or am I going to invest in something that I can't resell, right? Now, the product you still got. So you just got a lesson. Person said they don't like this shit. So now you know it's too shiny. It spills too much. So, okay, if it's too shiny, that's something I can't fix. Maybe I need to make sure I sell this inside of a closed space. Maybe it's too shiny to this person because it hits the way that light hits, right? I'm about to really break this shit down for y'all. Whoever's watching this, you're getting lessons that I think people don't even understand until they're mentored, right? So boom, maybe since the person said it's too shiny, I gotta go inside and sell inside of a store or somewhere with a roof so that the light doesn't hit it this way, right? Next, person says it spills. They would like something that doesn't spill. Maybe I need to stop attacking people that have kids, because people that don't have kids, maybe they don't care if it spills. This is more of a fancy bowl. So maybe I need to go to a place where they have higher class or people that are fine dining, right? Maybe I need to go to a restaurant and ask them, could they use new bowls? Like, then you start to be like, yo, all right, it's not the product, bro. It's me. I'm not attacking the product. I'm not attacking the audience the right way. My target audience is not being targeted the right way. I am still trying to replicate what someone else is doing and act like I'm someone else and want their results when I'm only going to get my results, nobody else's. You're only gonna get your own results. The results meant for you. So again, that's the biggest thing, y'all. That's where I see a lot of people, they fail because they don't really realize and understand that they need to be their own person. Their own person. You need to sell your way. Not your way, but you need to sell from the lessons that you learned. Right? And you're not going to ever get the results that I get or that somebody else get. You're going to get your own result. And that's where it's like, all right, if I'm going to become an entrepreneur, I need to find out some shit that I can actually touch. Oh, all right, bet. I'm in college for business administration. Bet. What product can I get that people in my niche or my major need? Pencils, pens. Become a custom pen designer. Find some nice ass pens that last for a long ass time. That, like, all right, bet, like, I got a trade in electronics, or I'm an electrician. Boom. All right, I'm finna be an electrician. All right, I know I'm about to be an electrician. I'm in trade school right now. What do I need? I need tools. Fuck. All right, bet. I need tools. All right. Instead of me going to Walmart to get tools, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and look for tool manufacturers and I'm going to buy my own tools from them. And when I buy the tools from them, I know where to get those tools, those said tools. Then I'm going to resell the tools once I see that the tools work to the people that are just like me that need the tools. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's like, okay, the only way I know or only reason I'm thinking of that is because I did see this cool ass guy or this cool ass girl saying that she made money selling perfume, but she did hair. So she must have thought like her clients like to smell good. So she knows that that's a good source of traffic and she could just sell the cologne or the perfume when they walk inside of her establishment. It's the same thing. People remain broke or remain broke to themselves because we got a different, in our head we hold ourselves to a different level, right? So people feel broke because they don't get the results that they see other people get. But some of the other people are getting the results because they're doing shit their way. You're not getting the result because you're not doing the shit your way. And you not doing it your way, that's sort of kind of hurting you because you're trying to do this shit my way. And my way comes from a whole bunch of different type of pain that maybe you won't understand, right? You probably don't understand that. So that's where things differ. Like, it's easy to make money, y'all. It's harder to keep it. You can get a job and make money, but if you go to your job and you work your job, you work your 9 to 5, right? You're gonna get a check, right? So what happens when you get that check? You get that check, right? And that check is cool, like you getting some bread. But then you get that check and then you gotta pay bills. And then you pay the bills. And then you got to make sure that you have something to wear. And then you got to make sure you can go out and chill with your friends. And then you got to make sure this, right? So long story short, you just getting paid to work for somebody so that you can live. That's why it's easy for people to get money. It's harder for them to keep it, because a different way of living is, I got out right now, forget dressing and buying all the designer. I'm going to just say, you know what? I'm going to take that bread and I'm going to invest it in a product. So now I got my income. My income then is going to my bills, and then it's going to something else to make me some money. People don't think like that. They don't think like that. They want to have fun. And that's okay though. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that just want to have fun. It's a lot of people that want to have fun. And having fun cost you, right? Having fun can cost you money. And that's the thing, like, I don't know how much money I done spent on trips. You know? Like, man, listen. I used to want to be a part of the Passport Bros and all of that. And, like, I have friends. I shouldn't have cut this open, y'all. I could have just peeled this. I have friends that go on trips every quarter. They're going trips every quarter, right? And when they go on these trips, they always invite me. They be going to Colombia, Dominican Republic, all of that, right? What the heck, Google? So they go to all of these places, and they have all these great stories. And like what I find, right? Oh my God. What I find is that people, let me do this real quick.